We're here in Chicago, Illinois with Barbee, Joe Brook, Uprise and Vans, doing the View from Here photo show. Uprise is skateboarding, always has been. They support the scene, they create the scene, just like any skate shop for that matter. That's why skate shops are so important.
We opened Uprise in November of 1997, so it was mid-90s, not a lot going on in the skate world, but definitely had a good group of guys skating here and it was necessary.
Like when I think of Chicago, I think of Uprise. The scene in skateboarding is like the bond between everybody, and bringing everybody together is the most important thing. Like if you didn't have that, then you don't really have anything. You have skateboard tricks. You know, so it's a community-based thing, and I think that's really important in skateboarding. It's like anything you do in life, if you don't do it with your friends, it's meaningless, I think.
Raya hit up Joe and was like, hey, we just did a photo show with Tobin Yeelan. Like, would you want to do one? And Joe was like, yeah, of course. And then Joe reached out to me and asked if I wanted to be a part of it. I was like, yeah, I'd love to, and then it'd be fun to play. And then from there, it grew into like, oh, let's do a shirt with it, and then let's do a zine.
I'm a fan, and I'm a collector. I just told Joe and Ray, I was like, why don't we do a zine of the photos? The cool thing is like with zines, there's always those little like scene reports, you know, and just, I don't know, that's how you know what's going on in the next town over. And it's been that way for the last 30 years of my life, you know.
Joe Brook's work to me is timeless. He's been doing it for so long. He has such an archive and he's got the eye. I mean, the guy's been traveling for the past 25 years all around the world.
With skateboarding, you gotta be as good as them with your camera because they're the best skaters. They're gonna do it first try. If they do it first try and you miss it, like, they might not want to do it again. So that's the hardest thing about skate photography. It's not like you're just posing like.
I remember sitting in my house as a child watching Ray skate, like one of the first, you know, public domain and like, you know, all of the Powell videos from back in the day. So to be able to meet him and like know the history and know that he's still skating and doing rad things and, you know, photography and music, it's a really cool thing to be able to know someone like that.
The importance of a skate shop within a neighborhood or community is to, at least for me growing up, my experience was that was my window into the world of skateboarding. The skate shop becomes the connection between the brands and maybe the local rippers.
I dropped in first try and I also rocked faking. I didn't fall, and I was so happy that I started crying and I threw a fit because I was so happy.
There's no better way to visit a city than walking around with your camera, you know, because much like skateboarding, you're sniffing out unique and interesting bits. Your mind is just thinking that way. It's just like, oh. Like just like with skateboarding where it's just like, oh, that looks like a bank. And that looks like you can make it over that fire hydrant.
It's curiosity. What's over there? Let's go look at this.
When they see me, they come right away.
No way. They're like, you're the guy. Wow. I've never been to Central Camera, and I Googled it because I've always wanted to go because my friends are like, oh, you got to go to Central Camera, but when I'm on skate trips, sometimes we don't have time to do it.
We're a retail shop that's 119 years old. Grandpa, dad, uncle, day one to day two. But, you know, touching, seeing, breathing, feeling history is probably the most important part of everybody's life because every day is history. And every other day is another day of history. So these places are important. Bike shops, repair shops, all the little shops. The big shops are big shops. They don't teach you anything, but they're there. So, but we hope things like us survive, and we have survived for a long time, and we continue to push forward. So, thank you very much.
Go a little lower. And I was like, okay. And I just was like, do a few just so I kind of see where the board's going so I don't take one to the head or like, you know what I mean? So then I got like really close in there and like, I looked at it and then I kind of like moved my camera closer under and I was like, okay, go. And then he's coming and I'm like, you know, shoot the photo and I move back and he did it and I look at the camera and I'm like, we got it. I'm like, oh my God, we got it.
We're hanging with Velcro. Never done it before.
Having Vans do this for us and like be a part of this and really, you know, get these guys out to showcase them, I think it's a really rad thing.
You know, to be out here and see the community support that Uprise has, that a show like this can bring out. I mean, it's just a full circle kind of moment where those people can come experience what Uprise brings and what Vans brings to help support that overall vibe.